Haunted Mansion is one of the most popular rides at Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Paris. They all have their own version of it. It's a pretty good ride. I was there just May past, and I was really inspired to do some Haunted Mansion themed decor. So we're going to start with this tablescape as my first foray into Haunted Mansion. I really hope you guys enjoy it. Let's take a look at how I did it. With any great tablescape, we want to start with a nice clean table. So I've gone ahead, I've cleaned this down. I use a homemade cleaner for my kitchen and bathroom and pretty much the rest of my house. I make different ones, different scents. I just prefer it over spray cleaners. If you're interested in that type of thing, comment down below. We can always do a video on that. Next, I'm going to add a runner. I made this runner myself using fabric that I bought off of Temu. It is Haunted Mansion themed. I just did a search and I chose the one that was purple and black. That was the color scheme I was going with. Plus, it's more reminiscent of what's actually in the ride in Disney World. And I just went ahead and I sewed the hem on it myself. If you don't have a sewing machine or you're not a great sewer, you can get hemming tape and iron it on. Or even if you don't want to go that far, hot glue gun. Best friend. It'll be your best friend. And you'll still get the same look. Nobody will really know. So we're going to put the runner down the center of our table. Next thing I want to do is add a little bit of foliage to it. So I do have this garland of purple maple leaves, and they've got black glitter on them. So we're just going to go ahead and put that on the table as well. And I'm working it around in an S-shaped pattern. Then what we want to do is put our decor elements. So I am going to put our Madame Leota DIY project. The video for how to do this is linked down below, along with the how-to video on doing the napkin rings that we're going to be using. And again, we'll just light her up when we have people over. But for now, we're just going to stick her right in the middle like so. I am going to add my 2 candelabras as well. These are also in the same DIY video. And I do not have enough of the battery operated black candles. I do have a couple of gray tapered candles. So the fact that I'm missing a candle, it's not the end of the world. I'm not going to stress about it for right now. We'll just picture a third candle right in the middle over there. And again, I'm turning everything on the table on this one a little off kilter, just to add a little bit of visual interest. After that, we are going to add our florals. So I have a bunch of different flowers. I got most of these at Michael's, if not all of them. And we're just going to stick these on the table in no specific fashion. I just want to add a little bit of life to our Haunted Mansion themed table. And I do also have some purple peonies that we can use as well. They're a plum purple, and we are going to incorporate these as well because they will match our they're going to match our plate chargers. So I'm just going to make a little bouquet like this, and we're going to find something to put this in later. That's the beauty of doing a tablescape. Things come to you as you're doing it, and then you got to find something to accomplish that idea. I do have some of these fun leaf picks as well. that I got from Michael's. So we're gonna stick those on our table as well. We're gonna put those around Madame Leota. I'm just looking because I thought I had a couple of other single dahlias, and I do. So we're just gonna stick those on as well. All right. So I did find a vessel for my flowers. We're just gonna use this gray jar or water pitcher. The coloring just, it matches. And we're gonna stick it over here, right near Madame Leota. Just like so. Now, if you go to Disney and you're riding the Haunted Mansion, you will know that everything's covered in cobwebs. I heard a rumor or a story that they are real cobwebs, that they do not make their cobwebs for decor, they just let nature take its course. So I did go to the dollar store and pick up some cobweb, and I just want to grab a pair of scissors. I'm just going to cut a little bit off. So, and we're just going to take some and just really start stretching it out, running it along our garland, letting it catch onto some of it. And then for our napkins, our candles, we're just going to come up and over with it. That's why I want to be using battery operated candles on the table if I'm going to be using candles. Just because if you have any spider web up between the candle, you would not want it to be catching on fire. So battery operated would be your go-to on this. Again, just really stretching it out, making it look like it's spider web that's been around quite some time. Just like so. Getting it up and around our Madame Leota centerpiece as well. Giving her that spooky vibe. Getting it into our flowers. Like so. Really just making sure that this whole centerpiece is covered. And you can see I used a little bit, like maybe not even a fist size piece of spider web for that. All right, so we have our table done. I think I want to just, looking at it, it looks a little bit off. I want to just bring some of this spider web up around over here a bit more. Like so, there we go, perfect. And now we are ready to set our table. So to set our table, we are going to be using, as always, a charger underneath our dinner plate. These chargers, I could not find anything in the color scheme that I wanted. So I did have some eggplant or aubergine colored spray paint. I just took some extra gold chargers that I had and spray painted them on the top side. And so they're that great wine color that we also incorporated into the flowers in the middle of our table. And this is a great way to get the look you want without breaking the bank or going insane trying to find what you're looking for. I did the same thing for Christmas. You're going to see I'm going to be using a green charger, but I couldn't find them anywhere. I had extra chargers in other colors. I just spray painted them. It's a really great way to do decor on a budget. So now we are going to do our plates. I'm just using my normal black dinner plates that are plastic. It's fine, it's just for decor. We do eat off these all summer long when we're eating outside. And I got these, I believe, for like 25 cents each at Walmart on clearance last season. They have some really nice ones in the States, I noticed at Walmart, that are black with a bat pattern. Our Walmart here in Canada do not have, unfortunately, so these black ones will do the trick. Now I want to put a napkin in the middle. I'm just going to use a purple napkin that I purchased, again, off Temu. Temu is a great place to get napkins, very inexpensively. I'm just going to fold it into its square shape, and then I like the scalloped edge, so I want that to be my top. We're just going to roll it in on itself into a cone, like so. So we have our napkin. And then I'm just going to use my framed napkin ring that I made. Again, the how-to on this is linked down below. And I'm just going to run it up the napkin like so. And it's going to sit on our plate in the middle. Now, the frame theme comes from the sign as you enter the Haunted Mansion. It normally says the Haunted Mansion on the plaque on the post outside of Disney World as you enter the line for the ride. I made this last year. I just used the sign that I got at the Dollarama. It had Frankenstein or a witch or something in the middle. I painted over it in purple, and I used my Cricut with the Haunted Mansion font to type out "Welcome, foolish mortals," and I just applied it to the base, and I sealed it with some clear coat, and that basically sits in my entryway as people come in. But I just want to show what you can do. I might incorporate it into the dining room decor this year. We'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and just finish up these napkins real quick, and we'll move on to the next step, which is going to be adding all of our cutlery and our wine glasses. So we have set the rest of the table. I'm going to finish this last setting, so we're putting down our knife and our spoon. So again, the knife goes to the right of your charger, the blade facing inwards. This soup spoon goes next to that, and then I always use 2 forks, a dinner fork and a salad fork. So your dinner fork is the larger one, that goes to the immediate left, and then to the left of that is your salad fork. Now we're going to add our glassware, including our stemware and our drinking glasses. So I'm using these smoky black wine glasses. They are our favorite wine glasses. They were gifted to us at our wedding, and we use them constantly. So I'm just going to put those on the table. And a good way to clean your wine glasses, even in between uses, so if you haven't used them in a while and you're ready to put them out on your table, if they've got some marks on them, is to just go ahead and give them a quick wash in hot soapy water. And then in your rinse tub, you want to rinse with a capful of vinegar in the very hot water, and that will allow them to dry to a streak-free shine. It's a real lifesaver. Same thing with your drinking glasses, so I'm going to add our water glasses to the table as well. I'm just going to put those next to our wine glass. The last thing I want to add is salt and pepper shakers. So as you know from other videos, I like putting individual salt and pepper shakers at every seat. It's something I have done since we moved into this house. And I'm going to use silver topped ones this time because silver just kind of goes with all of the embellishments that we've put on all of our decor pieces. And I'm just going to stick those in the upper right hand corner of each charger. And again, I purchased this entire set off of Amazon. There were 30 individual sets in here. And so what I did was I took half of those sets, took the tops off, spray painted them gold, because a lot of my decor in here is gold. And then I left the other one silver. So I can always interchange between silver and gold. It is a nice ability to have. And then I just keep them stored in the box they actually came in. So there we have our tablescape ready to go. I'm going to decorate the rest of the dining room and my kitchen island, and then we'll come back and I'll show you guys how it looks all together. And there you have it. A great themed tablescape is not hard to accomplish whatsoever. Just takes a little bit of advanced thinking, some preparation. I really hope you enjoyed creating this Haunted Mansion theme with me. Please make sure to like, subscribe, comment below, and hit that bell notification up above to get told every time I launch a new video. I think that's it for spooky season for me. I'm going to go back to putting out regular holiday, aka Christmas content. I've got a lot to share with you guys. So I look forward to the next time. See you around.